Duncan McPherson was a force of nature on the ice. His presence was undeniable, his skill unmatched. Every time he stepped onto the rink, it was as if he was born to glide on that frozen surface. From the time he could walk, he could skate. His first steps were taken on the ice, and it was clear to everyone around him that he had a natural affinity for the sport. The ice was his playground, and he spent countless hours perfecting his craft. His parents, John and Sheila, watched in awe as their son transformed into a hockey prodigy. They supported him every step of the way, attending every game, cheering him on from the stands, and nurturing his dreams with unwavering dedication. The roar of the crowd was his symphony. Each cheer, each clap, each shout of encouragement fueled his passion and drive. He thrived under the spotlight, delivering performances that left spectators in awe. The chill of the ice was his element. The cold air invigorated him, and the icy surface beneath his skates felt like home. He moved with a grace and speed that seemed almost otherworldly. Duncan was destined for greatness. His talent was undeniable, and his determination was unyielding. He had his sights set on the highest echelons of the sport, and nothing was going to stand in his way. He was drafted by the New York Islanders. It was a moment of triumph, a culmination of years of hard work and dedication. The dream he had nurtured since childhood was finally within his grasp. It was a dream come true. The excitement was palpable, and the future seemed bright and full of promise. Duncan was ready to take on the world and prove himself on the grandest stage of all. But the NHL was a tough league. The competition was fierce and the pressure was immense. Every game was a battle, and every player was fighting for their place on the team. Duncan didn't make the cut. The disappointment was crushing, but he refused to let it define him. He knew that setbacks were a part of the journey, and he was determined to find a new path forward. Devastated but not defeated, he found a new passion: coaching. He discovered a deep sense of fulfillment in guiding young players, sharing his knowledge, and inspiring the next generation of hockey stars. He embraced his role, nurturing young talent in Scotland. His coaching style was a blend of discipline and encouragement, and he quickly became a beloved figure in the local hockey community. Duncan's infectious enthusiasm touched everyone he met. His passion for the game was contagious, and he inspired his players to strive for excellence both on and off the ice. He lived life with a vigor that belied his young age. His energy was boundless, and his commitment to his players was unwavering. He was more than just a coach. He was a mentor, a friend, and a role model. At 23, he was already a seasoned athlete, a dedicated coach, and a beloved friend. His future seemed limitless, and his impact on the hockey world was undeniable. Little did anyone know, a storm was brewing, one that would forever shroud Duncan's bright future in a chilling mystery. The events that followed would leave a lasting impact on everyone who knew him, casting a shadow over the promise that once shone so brightly. August 1989. The Scottish summer was fading. Duncan craved adventure. The Austrian Alps beckoned, promising snow-capped peaks and exhilarating slopes. He decided on a whim to embark on a solo trip. His destination, the Stubai Glacier, a place of pristine beauty, a place of hidden dangers. Duncan, an experienced skier, was eager to try snowboarding. He rented a board, his excitement bubbling over. The instructor, impressed by Duncan's natural athleticism, scheduled a second lesson for the following day. Duncan, grinning from ear to ear, couldn't wait. That evening, Duncan penned a letter to his girlfriend, his words filled with affection and plans for the future. He left the letter in his borrowed red car, alongside his passport. There was no indication of trouble, no hint of the nightmare that was about to unfold. August 9th dawned bright and clear. The glacier, usually bustling with skiers and snowboarders, was eerily quiet. Fog, thick as cotton wool, had rolled in overnight, shrouding the slopes in an ethereal mist. The instructor waited, and waited. Duncan never showed up. Concern quickly morphed into fear. Where was Duncan? Had he ignored the warnings about the fog? Had he ventured off the marked trails? The ski patrol was alerted. A search party was assembled. But the fog, relentless and unforgiving, swallowed everything in its path. Days turned into weeks. Weeks bled into months. The Austrian authorities conducted extensive searches, combing the glacier and the surrounding areas. They found nothing. Duncan McPherson had vanished, swallowed whole by the icy wilderness. The phone call came like a bolt from the blue, shattering the calm of an ordinary day. It was the kind of call every parent dreads but hopes never to receive. John and Sheila McPherson were shattered. Their world turned upside down in an instant, their hearts heavy with a fear they had never known before. Their son, their vibrant, adventurous Duncan, was missing. He was their pride and joy, always seeking new horizons and pushing the boundaries of adventure. Thousands of miles away on a glacier in Austria, Duncan had vanished without a trace. The vast, icy expanse seemed to swallow him whole, leaving no clues behind. They flew to Austria, their hearts heavy with dread. The journey was long and filled with anxious silence, each mile bringing them closer to an uncertain fate. The language barrier was daunting, the cultural differences stark. Navigating a foreign land added to their already overwhelming stress, but they pressed on. But their love for Duncan transcended all barriers. They clung to his photos, memories flooding back with each glance, fueling their resolve to find him. They distributed flyers, their eyes pleading for any scrap of information. Every passerby was a potential source of hope, every glance a possible lead. They met with the authorities, clinging to hope. Each meeting was a roller coaster of emotions, swinging between optimism and despair. But hope was a fragile thing, easily crushed beneath the weight of despair. The days turned into weeks, and the uncertainty gnawed at their souls. John, a man of action, refused to believe his son was gone. His determination was unwavering, driven by a father's love and an unyielding hope. He returned to Austria time and time again, his determination fueled by a father's love. Each trip was a testament to his relentless spirit and unbreakable bond with Duncan. He hiked the treacherous slopes, his eyes scanning the unforgiving terrain. The harsh conditions mirrored the turmoil in his heart, but he never wavered. He interviewed locals, chased down leads, and refused to let his son's memory fade. Every conversation, every clue was a step closer to finding Duncan, or at least understanding what had happened to him. Section 5. Years of Silence. The years that followed were a blur of grief and uncertainty. John and Sheila were trapped in a nightmare. The not knowing was a heavy weight, a constant ache in their hearts. They clung to each other, their shared grief a bond that couldn't be broken. They drew strength from the memories of Duncan's laughter, his infectious enthusiasm, his zest for life. But the silence was deafening. No ransom demands, no sightings, no clues, just the agonizing unknown. The Austrian authorities eventually concluded that Duncan had succumbed to the elements, his body lost somewhere in the vast expanse of the glacier. But John and Sheila refused to give up hope. They knew in their hearts that Duncan was out there somewhere. 14 long years passed. 14 years of unanswered questions and agonizing silence. Then, in the summer of 2003, a glimmer of hope emerged from the ice. A ski lift operator making his rounds noticed something unusual, a flash of red, partially buried in the melting snow. He brushed away the ice and snow, his heart pounding in his chest. It was a piece of fabric, red fabric. Could it be? The authorities were contacted. The area was cordoned off. Excitement rippled through the small Austrian village. Could this be the break they had been waiting for? The answer, when it came, was both a blessing and a curse. The red fabric was indeed from Duncan's snowboarding jacket. Further excavation revealed the grim truth. Duncan's remains were found at the bottom of a deep crevasse, his body mangled beyond recognition. The cause of death was a chilling revelation. Investigators determined that Duncan had fallen into the crevasse, likely disoriented by the fog. But his death, while tragic, wasn't instantaneous. The snowcat driver, tasked with grooming the slopes, had unknowingly driven over the crevasse, the heavy machinery crushing Duncan's body. The driver, horrified by what he had done, panicked. Instead of reporting the incident, he fled the scene, his silence sealing Duncan's fate for over a decade. The shifting glacier, a force of nature both beautiful and deadly, had conspired to keep Duncan's final resting place a secret for far too long. The news of Duncan's discovery sent shockwaves through the hockey community and beyond. Friends and former teammates mourned the loss of a gifted athlete and a true friend. But for John and Sheila, the news was a double-edged sword. Relief washed over them, tinged with a profound sadness. They finally had closure, but the circumstances of their son's death were almost too much to bear. The snowcat driver, his identity still unknown, had robbed them of the chance to say goodbye to their son with dignity. The mystery of Duncan's disappearance had been solved, but the pain of his loss cut deep. John and Sheila, their hair now streaked with gray, were left to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives, haunted by the knowledge that their son's death could have been avoided. The chilling mystery of Duncan McPherson's disappearance serves as a stark reminder of the power of nature, a force that is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. The mountains, with their majestic peaks and treacherous slopes, hold secrets that may never be uncovered, and the fragility of life. It is a story of adventure and tragedy, of love and loss, and of the relentless pursuit of dreams. Duncan was an adventurer at heart, always seeking new challenges and pushing the boundaries of what was possible, of hope and despair. Duncan's legacy lives on in the hearts of those who knew and loved him. His friends and family remember him as a passionate and determined individual, whose spirit could not be easily broken. His story is a cautionary tale, a reminder of the unpredictable and often unforgiving nature of the wilderness. The mountains demand respect, and those who venture into their depths must be prepared for the unexpected. A reminder to respect the mountains and the secrets they hold. The beauty of the snow-covered peaks can be deceiving, masking the dangers that lie beneath the surface. And while the snowcat driver's identity remains a mystery, the questions surrounding Duncan's disappearance continue to haunt those who search for answers. The true tragedy lies in the fact that a young man, full of life and promise, was taken too soon. His dreams and aspirations were cut short, leaving a void that can never be filled. Was taken too soon. Duncan's story is a testament to the enduring power of hope, even in the face of unimaginable loss. His loved ones continue to honor his memory, keeping his spirit alive through their shared stories and cherished memories, even in the face of unimaginable loss. It is a story that will continue to resonate for years to come, a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the strength of the human spirit. It is a story that will continue to resonate for years to come, echoing through the mountains and the hearts of those who hear it. The mystery of Duncan McPherson's disappearance is a chilling reminder of the unknown, a chilling reminder of the mysteries that lie hidden beneath the surface of our world. The mountains hold their secrets close, and sometimes those secrets are never revealed.